Welcome back, everybody. So, I have been a pretty strong supporter of the Hell House films, especially the first two films. I actually like to rewatch those films pretty frequently. Why, you ask? Why am I such a strong supporter of the first two films? Well, they actually restored my faith in found footage horror. So we got a brand new one streaming right now on Shudder, Hell House Lineage. All I could say about this movie is, how the mighty have fallen. Hell House Lineage is not a found footage horror movie, so I was actually thinking to myself, this might actually make it better. But all this movie does is just lays out how good and well done the first two films really are. First two films had scares that were just set up nicely. Good tension was created and the story was actually pretty simple. And not to mention the actors felt natural, felt pretty normal, and let alone they were actually pretty believable. In this film, it's the complete opposite. The scares here feel like a January Blumhouse movie. The story in the first two films, very simple. Over here, it is very, very convoluted. We'll have characters saying things like this. You remember that taco man that worked at the fair? Well, he had a daughter who had a friend who knew someone that worked for the Abaddon Hotel. And now, they're dead too. I honestly can't tell if the writing, the acting, or the directing is bad, or maybe just all the above. The more convoluted this story gets, the stupider it gets. I've mentioned this before, one of my biggest peeves about early 2000 horror films, the spazzy final girl. And it really looks like they're trying to bring that trope back because that's all our final girl does in this frickin' movie. There are way too many nightmare sequences and daydream sequences. We know that it's a fake out, but you know who doesn't know? Our final girl. You idiots! You remember those cool, creepy clowns that were nicely sprinkled throughout the series? Well, in this film, they are overexposed and the effect is gone. Honestly, people, Hell House Lineage really had me disappointed! And at the end of the movie, the film actually has the nerve to set something up, and I was like,
fuck you, asshole.
The movie is only an hour and a half, but the movie felt like such a chore, it felt like 2.5 hours. If you're a fan of the first two films, I would say don't check this movie out because it's a
waste of time.
My rating for Hell House Lineage?
I'll tell you what I think of it, but I hope you leave enough room for my fist because I'm going to ram it into your stomach and break your goddamn spine! Ah!
Yeah, people, that is my honest and blunt review for this movie, and in my opinion, for this film series, only two movies really exist. But like I always say, people, just because I don't like something doesn't mean you don't have to. Alright, Hell House Lineage, did you see this movie in the theater, or are you watching it on Shudder for the first time this weekend? Let me know in the comments what you thought about it, and what you think about the film.